Okay, we are introducing some new course material from the other course I'm taking. And I'm going to introduce it. It is Compensation, 14th edition, Barry, Gerhart, McGraw-Hill. So we will be referencing this book as well, making some videos about some of the main topics as it kind of supports a lot of the other classes. Everything's all tied in together. So we will return to some notes later. The first main point that I'm going to discuss, that you're going to see again and again in HR, it's a big part of employment, is the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938, FLSA, abbreviated. You're going to see that again and again. The FLSA covers all employees, with exceptions, of companies engaged in interstate commerce or in the production of goods for interstate commerce. Okay? So it basically covers mostly everybody. Okay. The FLSA major provisions. The first one is minimum wage. It's pertaining to money. Okay? The next is hours of work. It's time. That's another big factor for people. How much time you're putting in. That's your overtime, your bonuses. The last category provision is child labor. All right? So let's go to our bulletin. Okay. The FLSA wage and hour settlement by type of claim. Okay, so we're talking about the minimum wage first. Industries with the most FLSA claims are food services, retail, financial services / insurance, and transportation shipping. We could absolutely conclude how these particular industries probably have a significant amount of FLSA tongue-tied claims. They all require logging an excessive amount of hours, and it is easy for employers, out of business necessities, to push, sometimes going too far. Okay. The next exhibit is 17.4, nominal and real inflation-adjusted value of the minimum wage by year. Okay. So it goes through, minimum wage legislation is intended to provide an income floor for workers in society's least productive jobs. Okay. Approximately 1.6 million U.S. workers are paid at or below the minimum wage, down from 3.83 million in 2011. This statistic has trended downward since 1979. Changes to the federal minimum wage have direct effects on workers, also indirect spillover effects, though not to all industries equally. Okay, so it affects all industries differently. 45 states plus DC have their own minimum wages. If state and federal laws cover the same job, the higher rate always prevails. Okay, so they ask some questions at the end of our overview, and they ask us, why would anyone be opposed to a mandated minimum wage or making increases to it? So, decreased worker demand and or their hours worked? Would an increase go primarily to low-income families? And short-run compliance issues. So consider it. We will take a brief intermission, and then we will pick up with the next video, Fair Labor Standards Acts of 1938, overtime and hours worked.